You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do?
Well, you told us everything we need to know. Your ass going to jail, sir. You going to jail? Look at his face. Look at the pain in his eyes and shit. Look at it. Look at it. If you look closely at his neck, you'll see a glitch.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Now keep forth good. You love me and me and these things are just about like they ought to be, so hand in hand we go down lovers' lane. He was oh so far from the life, and I was somebody who was going real nice. So help me, man, I think I
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. You feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. You got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to LA Noire, episode 12. What's the name of this? The studio secretary murder. We will continue. Somebody is killing all these goddamn women. And the raw people getting arrested. They call my black brother right here Negro. So, Negro.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Keep up the good work. We need more black brothers like you. There ain't been no black suspects on this game yet. This game is racist. I'm just bullshit. But it's been all white people on this motherfucker. Have you noticed it? It's crazy. Who in the right mind could do something like this? Is retarded. Look at this shit here. I'm to think about it.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
I think once we get to the narcotics department, I think that's what it's called. There's gonna be some more of our black brothers and shit on here. So they made the black people drug dealers and then the white people serial killers. Ain't that some shit? They done fucking lost their minds over there at Team Bondi. They studios closed. They don't exist no more.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
The autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
She was stop walking again.
Time of death?
All up and
Related
down
to
the goddamn
2 a.m.
railroad tracks.
The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
All right, let's go ahead and start looking at these other objects here.
Nice day for it.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
All right, what do we have next? Matches again.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Yo, is this a DLC? No, this ain't a DLC case. Because there's like 4 DLC cases. I think I did 2 of them already. There might be actually 5.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
All right.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Damn.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
All right, do we got any more clues? Oh, that's their music. Their music. We're gonna have to make a quick phone call over here. All right, let's go ahead and talk to your man right here. He's hanging over a dead person's body. You got some explaining to do. You's a weirdo, man.
Detective Phelps, LAPD Homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine.
Dude, you sick fuck! I'm sorry, but this dude Ferdinand, you sound like you a sick bastard. Kissing dead folks.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
And he put lipstick on her, and you 24, you looking like you about 44, bruh. Maybe not. Yeah, what's up with that single mole he got on his cheek? He drew that on with a number 2 pencil.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
You lying, sir! Look at his ass. They just gave me the people's eyebrow.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
Yeah, my partner is a savage, bro.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
He got his ass socked!
Nice day for it.
We're all done here. Wait, do we gotta talk to the coroner? We have not spoken to the coroner at all.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next section.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Damn. Yeah, man, I don't think there's enough emotion after they found out some of these people died. Like, I just, well, they probably don't believe it. They probably in shock and shit like that.
Robbins.
Who knows?
Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Wait, she slept back here? What? Are you serious? What in the hell?
Exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
What? How did she end up sleeping in the back of your goddamn liquor store?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
All right, we got a random bowling pin. What's this about?
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
And by the way, this is gonna be a long ass video. I don't want to hear no motherfucking shit. This case is long. Remember this. This case is gonna be about an hour long. One case per video. What are we missing? Oh, here we go.
She wasn't always such a loner.
We got like a little journal here.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Well, that was stupid enough. Oh, wait. We weren't done. Open it up.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Yeah, how'd I spell Grosvenor? The S is silent, sir. Okay. All right, we got all the clues. Great. So let's go back and ask your man some questions. Where'd he go?
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
I'm kind of scared to pick an answer for this one. Let me ask him another question and see if his face changes. Let's ask him this.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
All right, see, now that's better. So I think on the other one, we're going to pick doubt. Right there, you see that? Get the eyes locked on. He can't be lying.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
All right, so let's go back down to the third one.
A friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Nope.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
All right.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
So, like, the pattern with the women is obviously, like, I think are they all in their 40s? No. I don't remember. I don't think they were all in their 40s, but I do know they all, like, went to a bar. So this person is, like, preying on drunk women. Let's go to the next scene, though.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, Homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask her out.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Yeah, you're gonna be more aware of this ass whooping you gonna catch. Because I remember whooping his ass. I smashed him.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, why was your name in her Aristotle book then? You lying piece of shit. You're a liar.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
I don't need to be holding no aces. You gonna be holding this L. Keep that bullshit up. I'm trying to tell you what. Your name was in the book.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Well, you just, okay, that's a big lead right there. Because if we'd have got that wrong, I don't know if we'd have got that. All right.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
What do y'all think? Let's use intuition, fam. 91%. God damn. Is it that obvious?
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
There's only 2 questions?
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
All right, what about this dude? Is there somebody back here we can ask? Really? Nobody? The regulars, there's one dude in there.
At the moment, all I want to do is talk to the bottom of my glass.
All right, let's go to the next spot. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Tiernan! LAPD! There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
I'm on my way, relax.
We're carrying the extra weight.
That's hilarious.
They're flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Yeah, shoot him. Shoot that.
Another runner.
One more.
Got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides.
Get your dumbass out the vehicle.
You know, your theories are not...
Hands behind your head! What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
He's not here. We had to kick the door in over here, bro. So this is the dude that we was talking to in the bar, the funny guy. Whoa.
From the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
So that, if you remember when we was at the railroad tracks, that first half of that letter was inside a purse or somewhere along the scene, next to the scene. All right, what else? Whoa, what do we have here? Thank you.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
He ain't gonna do nothing but run. Okay, here we go. Is there a newspaper down there? I never did collect all 13 of those.
Grosvenor McCaffrey!
Yo, he just did the LeBron with the pigeon and shit. You see that shit?
Go get our wheels.
Got something for you, Grosvenor. When we catch you, we're gonna whoop your motherfucking ass, Grovers.
You a runner, McCaffrey?
Come on, come on. Absolutely. Everybody outruns you, Cole. You ain't fit to be a police officer. Hold up. Every time I feel like we getting close, he just puts on like a turbo boost of some kind. Hold on.
Give it up.
Going down this alley or that one?
There he is. See him?
Come on, Cole. Come on. He's getting slow. He's getting slow. Bring your ass here.
You're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Damn, he socked him in his head and shit. When I did this the first time, we had to fight him.
You get downtown and wrap.
Yo, man, what the fuck?
Yeah. Unless.
Get out the car. Get out your car.
I don't think that asshole.
Get out! Why he won't?
You can't do this!
I can do it. And I will do it. Nigga, get the hell on.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Let's do one first.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Well, you want to explain all that shit you got on your face, sir?
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
What's this? Oh yeah, dude told on you. He told on dude in the bar.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this?
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Well, you have a car, bruh.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
All right.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
You're lying, Tiernan. You've been fighting with her. You fought and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
That was it! I'm not lying! If you don't shut your goddamn Cartman ass up, he got a little perturbed and started yelling and shit. Ow! For a boy.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
All right.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
Oh. This dude's poker face is excellent. You see that shit? Nah. Now,
we either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
All right, so this is another case where we got two suspects, and we have to pick the person we're going to charge. So we're going to go over to interview room chill. We're going to interview this bitch.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Well, I got the answers.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
So, could you explain to us why you had half of the letter that was on her dead body, sir?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Well, first of all, you're glitching as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with... Where's the note? This one. Whoa! Controller doing?
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Man, who he think he talking to like that, man?
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
I mean, dude in the other room, or he gave us the answer, Sway.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
I want to make a phone call.
All right, we got to make a phone call here. Hold up. Let's see what they talk about on the phone.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks.
Well, Grosvenor, we're going to be back to talk to you about what you did to that woman. They just told us on the phone. Where's that interrogation room 1 again? Bro, it's easy to get lost here. Interrogation room 1.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go? It's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
You kicked her out.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Dude just told us in the other goddamn room.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. It wasn't me.
You talking like a bitch right now. You act like a bitch. Alright? I'll be back. Alright?
Wait here.
Man up! Damn! Where's the second? Okay, the second room is around here.
I want to make Homicide. You know you made it if you did it like that.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Well, that would make sense if they just told us. Well, if they didn't just tell us that she got discharged for beating the hell out of a woman. Damn near to death. So for that reason, I'm out. And we're going to charge your nut ass with the homicide. Bitch.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
You go down, all the way down to the bottom, you know what I mean? So on the left side is telling us the whole thing. All right, take a gander at him. Look at him. He looks scared for his life because he knows what's about to happen to him, Captain.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Well, you told us everything we need to know. Your ass going to jail, sir. You going to jail? Look at his face. Look at the pain in his eyes and shit. Look at it. Look at it. If you look closely at his neck, you'll see a glitch. It's like an optical illusion. His you see that?
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot at the prison graveyard.
Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 100% greatness again. That's gonna be it. Do come back for the next episode because shit does get real. Because this is gonna be the last episode for us in the Homicide division. Hopefully we get a promotion if we play our cards right. But until next time, bye.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first, then try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!